Pumpkins, 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 pumpkins everywhere. Pumpkins, 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 pumpkins everywhere. Pumpkin is a difficult word to repeat that many times, but it's what the United States looks like when we get into autumnal climes. Pumpkins, 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 pumpkins everywhere. The overabundance of pumpkins is a thing that doth perplex. Is the United States in the grip of the pumpkin industrial complex? Pumpkins, 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 pumpkins everywhere. Everybody sing along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pumpkins, 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 pumpkins everywhere. Everybody. Pumpkins, 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 pumpkins everywhere. I am welcome to the grid. Welcome to the grid.
is 7 o'clock on a Saturday night, 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific. Welcome to another episode of The Grid. I am your host, Nelson Velazquez, and we are pleased to have you watching tonight. I've got some of the internet's best comedians, improvisers, models, hand drawers, calligraphists tonight, and I'm gonna have them all turn on their cameras right here, right now. Turn on your cameras, everybody. Wave at your adoring public. They're adoring you right now. We've got some special guests in the building this evening. We've got Robin Lipton, straight out of Tucson, Arizona, from Unscrewed Theater, joining us tonight, and the wonderful and always gracious Chris Terry, representing Chi-Town in the house as part of the Stuntmen. How are you two doing? Go ahead and mute yourselves. How are you two doing right now?
Doing great. Thank you, Nelson. Thanks for inviting me. Great to be here.
What about you, Chris?
Excited to be here. Feeling good.
Excellent. Well, we're excited to have you. And, I've got my regular cast of Frankie, Ignacio, Lisa, and Ron, and Kerry. But I've also got someone who is, if I had to guess, is the hardest working technical wizard in Northwest Indiana, maybe all of Indiana, it would have to be Miss Angela Heid. Angie, how are you doing?
Okay,
that sounded really exciting. Right now, we're so glad to have you, though. Angie, you are running the board. You are doing the effects. You're doing all kinds of cool stuff. You're also taking the suggestions. What are some of the suggestions we're looking for tonight?
we're gonna need a bunch of objects tonight. We also need a historical event, some locations, a crime that isn't really a crime, a celebrity, some strong opinions, and Nelson's favorite thing, a dark reason to celebrate.
Yes, that's what we need. If you haven't already put those into the chat, if you're joining us just right now, we want you to get up on your keyboards and on your text devices, and we want you to put those into the chat right now while we go through what it is that we're going to be playing this evening tonight. Tonight, we're going to be finding out what it's like to have sex with all of us. Yes, it's explicit. It's an adult show and a game called Sex With Me. Before that, we are going to flex. We have a bilingual cast here. We're going to flex our abilities to understand each other in a game called Lost in Translation. Prior to that, we're going to see a visit from our favorite judge. I'm gonna surprise everybody who it is. In a game called Objections. Before that, Ron has done something against all of us in the last week, and he is going to be having to confess some things to us in a game called Interrogation. It's going to be very, very entertaining. Before that, we all have questions. We're all adults. So we're going to play a game of questions right before that. And before that, we're going to visit a historical event in a game called Goon River. But you know what? I want to go old school, y'all. I want to go old school. I want to do it. So I say we start out with a classic improv game called 185, and this is how it works. We're going to play 185 right here, right now. We're going to get an object from you, the audience, through Angie, and then we're going to tell a joke, and it's going to be the same setup, but different punchlines will occur, and you will all cheer as if it's the funniest thing you've ever heard. When you're in the chat, type ha ha ha, he he he, yo yo yo, we love it, great, thumbs up, hearts, whatever you can do to show us that you really appreciated those jokes. We want all of that right here, right now. With that said, Angie, what is the first thing we're going to 185 tonight?
Cheerleader pom-poms.
185 cheerleader pom-poms. 185 cheerleader pom-poms.
Frankie. 185 cheerleader pom-poms. Walk into a bar and order beer, and the bartender says, "I'm sorry, I can't serve 185 cheerleader pom-poms beer, but you can have some spirits."
Ah! Yeah!
Ron, 185 cheerleader pom-poms, walking to a bar. The bartender says, "Hey, you can't be in here." And 185 cheerleader pom-poms goes, pom-poms say, "My eyes are up here."
Robin.
Chris.
185. Sorry, go.
Robin, then Chris and Kerry.
185 pom-poms walk in a bar. Bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve your kind here." And they said, "We are really shaken up."
Oh,
nice.
Chris. Go ahead.
185 cheerleader pom-poms walk into a bar. Bartender says, we don't serve 185 cheerleader pom-poms. And 185 cheerleader pom-poms say, that's aggressive, very aggressive.
Yeah. Nice.
Kerry.
185 cheerleader pom-poms walk into a bar and the bartender says, we do not serve cheerleader pom-poms here. And the 185 cheerleader pom-poms say, but we're here for the Fringe Festival.
Oh, no.
Frankie, 185 cheerleaders walk into a bar and order a beer. The bartender says, we don't serve 185 cheerleaders. Get out! And the 185 cheerleaders, this place is a pyramid scheme anyway.
Oh, nice.
I call it multi-level marketing. Speaking of multi-level marketing, what's our next suggestion there, Angie?
Teapot.
Teapot is what we hear. 185 teapots.
Chris.
Go ahead, Chris.
Oh, 185 teapots walk into a bar. Bartender says, we don't serve 185 teapots. 185 teapots say, but I just want a stout.
Oh, great.
185 teapots walk into a bar. Bartender says, I can't serve teapots in here. 185 teapots, that really steams me up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kerry.
Ron, 185 teapots walk into a bar. The bartender says, hey, not serving teapots in here. 185 teapots say, well, tip me over and pour me out.
Oh, nice, Kerry.
185 teapots walk into a bar and the bartender says, we don't serve teapots in here. And 185 teapots say, well, I looked at your prices. They're a little steep for us anyway.
Nice.
185 teapots walk into a bar and order a beer, and the bartender says, we don't serve 185 teapots. Get out of here. So they pretend to sneak out. Then they put on a disguise, and they go sit in the corner, and they're eating some fish and chips. And then the bartender catches them, and it says they're wearing camouflage. That's a camel meal.
Robin, go ahead.
185 teapots walk into a bar and bartender says, we do not serve your kind here. And the 185 teapots say, then we're going to leave and we're going to whistle on our way out.
Oh, Ron, 185 teapots walk into a bar. The bartender says, hey, we don't serve teapots in here. 185 teapots say, hey, that's enough lip, ton.
Nice.
Wait a minute.
185 teapots walk into a bar. Bartender says, we don't serve your kind here. 185 teapots say, oh, come on, man, you got big TVs. We just want to watch the Sugar Bowl.
Oh, Frankie is in the burn box, everybody. Frankie's going to think of a joke off a brand new suggestion. No hesitation whatsoever. What is the suggestion there, Angie?
Bow and arrow.
185 bow and arrows.
185 bow and arrows walk into a bar and order a beer, and the bartender says, I am so sorry, but I do not have to serve 185 bow and arrows in this bar. So they throw up all over him in a projectile vomit.
Nice!
Ron, go ahead, Lisa.
185 bow and arrows walk into the bar. Bartender says, hey, I can't serve bow and arrows in here. And 185 bow and arrows goes, man, we never hit that target.
Nice!
Yeah.
Ron, 185 bow and arrows walk in a bar. Bartender says, hey, we don't serve bow and arrows in here. 185 bow and arrows go, oh, we're all a quiver.
Listen, 185 bow and arrows walk into a bar. Bartender says, we don't serve your kind here. 185 bow and arrows go, you know, is it because of our saggy pants? Is it because of our do-rags? Just because we're from the Robin Hood?
Oh.
No,
Gary.
Gary, go ahead.
185 bows and arrows walk into a bar and the bartender says, hey, we don't serve bows and arrows in here. And the 185 bows and arrows say nothing. And they just stare. And the bartender stares back. Because there's a lot of tension.
One more. Hey, everybody, Robin's in the burn box. Robin's in the burn box, everybody.
Right.
Gotta think of a joke right here, right now. Angie, what's our next suggestion?
A box of Cheerios.
Box of Cheerios. 185 boxes of Cheerios. Go.
185 boxes of Cheerios. Walk into a bar. The bartender says, "We do not serve your kind here." And the 185 boxes of Cheerios say, "We're going to go drown our sorrows in milk."
Oh,
Chris.
Carrie.
Chris,
185.
Oh,
Chris
no.
and Kerry, you must do the joke at the same time. Go.
Ooh. 185 boxes
Boxes of Cheerios.
Walk into a bar.
Into a bar. Bartender
Says,
says,
"We don't serve
"We don't
185
serve
boxes of
of
Cheerios."
Cheerios here." And the 185
5 boxes of
boxes
Cheerios say,
Cheerios say,
"Are you honey nuts?"
Go! Yeah!
Okay, 185 boxes of Cheerios. Walk into a bar and order a beer, and the bartender says, "I cannot serve 185 boxes of Cheerios in this bar." So one of the boxes of Cheerios was already having a bad day, and it's kind of like an Eeyore, kind of like depressed box.
Yeah.
And he goes, "See, real proof that I have a shitty life. See, real proof. See, real."
Real. Oh, nice. Very good.
Ron, go ahead.
185 boxes of Cheerios. Walk in a bar. The bartender goes, "Hey, not serving Cheerios in this bar." 185 Cheerios go, "Man, your attitude is really stale."
Nice.
Oh, nice. Lisa, 185 boxes of Cheerio. Walk into the bar. Bartender says, "Hey, I'm not serving Cheerios in here." 185 Cheerios all start singing at the same time. Hi ho, it's off to work we go.
Go, Kerry.
Great. 185 boxes of Cheerios walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "We do not serve Cheerios in this bar." And 185 Cheerios boxes of Cheerios say, "Well, we knew there'd be a surprise inside."
Oh, very clever.
185 boxes of Cheerios walk into a bar. Bartender says, "We do not serve Cheerios in here." And they said, "Do you serve Captain Crunch?"
Oh.
Nice.
Ron, 185 boxes of cereal or boxes of Cheerios. Walk into a bar and the bartender says, "Hey, we're not Costco. That's down the street."
And that's it. Oh, yes, we are here with the Comedy Tonight. Not only are we here online with the Comedy Tonight, we're in person. Yes, we are doing in-person shows. Head on over to inproductionsllc.com, click on the calendar link, and you can see what we're doing online and what we're doing in person. We just did our beach prof for July. We were just on the beach, as mentioned by the Stephen Colbert show. Yeah, Late Night with Stephen Colbert. We were mentioned on that show. You want to catch us in August. When we come back in August, I believe it's August 15th, somewhere around there. You're going to go check it out. Go to inproductionsllc.com/calendar, and you can find more information. And while you're there, why don't you go to the donate button and click and give it a little five. You like what we're doing? Drop $5 right there in the bucket. Speaking of $5, I'm going to bring up 4 of my favorite actors for this game. Let me get Robin to come up. Then Lisa, then Chris, then Kerry, and of course, myself. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to play a game called Goon River, and this is how it works. We are going to get a historical event from you, the audience, and we're going to see 4 different monologues surrounding this event and describing this event in perfect detail. I'm sure it's historically accurate. Angie, are there any of these suggestions that you did not like or you rejected outright?
I rejected the first guy to eat a kiwi.
Oh, wow.
And the first hot dog eating contest.
Okay.
And I also rejected the day the music died.
Okay.
We're going to go with these are the first people ever to find a dinosaur.
Oh, cool. The first people ever to find a dinosaur. That is incredible. We will have Robin and Lisa, Chris, and Kerry go. Players, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
And begin.
All right, dog. I'm going to find you a bone. Jeez, just give me a minute. Okay, just sit. I'll be right back. my God. This thing is huge. What am I gonna do now? This dog will not eat this. What is this thing? Oh, I just don't know. I think I'm gonna find a new neighborhood. That's what I'm gonna do.
I think I'm gonna find a new neighborhood. That's what I'm gonna do. Man, I'm just a good old dinosaur laying in the sun, trying to catch some rays, relax a little. Yeah, maybe I fell asleep. Doesn't mean they get the right to come and take my bones away. Now they're brushing me. I'll admit the brushing feels kind of good. But seriously, can't a dinosaur rest in peace? I mean, please. I just want to sit back, enjoy, stretch out. Oh, that feels so good. Why? What? Whoa, hey, can you get between the toes? No? No? I can't give you a request now either? Oh, man. I wonder if they're even hearing me.
I wonder if they're even hearing me. Yes, we've discovered something big. We don't know what it is, but I'm sure it will spawn many podcasts and television shows in the future. We will use such long words as paleo or ichthyo or something or other to describe this ginormous bone thing. Yes, bone thing is what I'm calling it now. I write many books about the bone thing. The Bone Thing in Harmony. I'm thinking that's the title of my next But until that point, I should point out that I don't actually know anything I'm talking about. But because of my excited English accent, you will know that I probably think I know what I'm talking about.
I probably think I know what I'm talking about because I've dug a lot of things in my day. I do a lot of digging. I mean, I'm a digger. I dig down deep into the earth. The earth is like a friend to me. And then just someday there's these giant, like a giant chicken in the ground made out of bones. Like this is bigger than me. This is bigger than anything I've ever encountered before. And I just really dig it. I mean, it's probably, something that died here a long time ago and maybe roamed around and pecked corn or something. I don't know. Maybe there were giant ears of corn along with this giant chicken because it's just bizarre.
It's just bizarre. I actually am drawing attention and focus, and people are paying attention to me because of this bone thingy. Yes, bone thingy sounds way more scientifical, and so I'm going to go with the nomenclature of bone thingy. And hopefully I will get some sponsors for my next lecture tour, which is coming up in Normal, Illinois, and then Peru, Illinois, and then Manitowoc. I don't know. I'll look it up.
I don't know. I'll look it up. Because these giant chickens, I mean, what if there were lots of them? And what if we could take, part of their structure, from deep within what's left here, and maybe clone them and make an amusement park with them, and rich people would come.
Make an amusement park with them, and rich people will come. Dino, William, Wilma, this is going to be awesome. We are going to make lots of money on these little stone tickets that I've been carving. Oh man, Dino, I am so happy I found you. You're way better.
I'm so happy I found you. But this dinosaur amusement park is getting a little tired. I mean, I've done 999,000 birthday parties just this year. I mean, it's nice to be popular.
It's so nice to be popular. Oh, yes, all the effete jerks that I went to high school with are now like, oh, look at the effete dinosaur experts. The bone thingy whisperer, if you will. It's all too much.
It's all all too much. It's all too much. Just thinking about what could have been here before in the world, before we dug it up and found it and did things with it and studied it. And maybe, get little kids obsessed with them, these giant chicken things that could have been very powerful and strong.
They could have been very powerful and strong. They could have been very powerful and strong.
They could have been very powerful and strong.
They could have been very powerful and strong.
Would have been very powerful and strong.
And that's it.
I am a cat. I am a cat and I roam the apartment all day. Okay.
Powerful and strong. There is a show. It's been renewed for a third season called Love and Improv with the powerful and the oh so strong Francis Veltri, Dr. Francis Veltri, and myself, where we take your relationship questions and we answer them through the prism of love and improv. It's debuting August 13th, a Friday. Again, swing by improductionsllc.com, click on our calendar. You can see when you can catch the next episode of Love and Improv. It was renewed for 6 more episodes. The execs were really on the fence with them in negotiations, but now everything's copacetic. Speaking of copacetic, I would like Ron and Robin to turn on their cameras for this next game in a game called Questions, or Questions Only. This is how it works. We're going to have these two perform a scene, and they must do all their dialogue in the form of questions. If they make a statement, if they start repeating themselves too much, or if they just ask something I don't like, I will replace that player with someone else who is off camera, and we will continue the scene. With that said, Angie, what is the category for tonight's game?
It is a location.
A location. And are there any that you did not like for this game?
I did not like the TikTok office or the Olympics.
Ooh.
So we're going to go with the pyramids.
Oh, you two are at the pyramid. You're at the pyramids. Questions only. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
And begin.
Why must I haul these big blocks for you?
Don't you want to build a pyramid?
Why would you think I want to work for slave wages?
Didn't you just ask me how you can earn extra income?
Why must you always economically oppose me?
Why must you say words like economically opposing me?
Why did you not get more than a 3rd grade education?
Why did you kick me out of school at the end of 3rd grade?
Why wouldn't I? You didn't pay attention.
That's the second statement. I'm going to take you out of that one for Ron. Ron, let's have Chris go in for Ron's character. Chris, go in for Ron. Continue in the form of a question.
Why didn't you pay my tuition is what I want to know.
What do I look like, money?
Are you my
That took
father?
too long, Robin. Whatever that was, that took too long. Let's get Lisa in for Robin.
Do I care if you're made of money? No.
That's a statement, Lisa, with that no. I'm sorry, Lisa, you're out of there. Let's get Ignacio in for Lisa's character.
Did you know it was going to be this hot out here?
Did you know my body is not built for these climates? Ugh.
Why is it so hot out here?
You asked that question. Ignacio, get out of there. Let's get in Frankie for Ignacio.
I have some of that water.
Why do you think I have enough to spare?
Why are you being so selfish?
Have you met me?
I'm just supposed to die of thirst here, right?
That was kind of half of a statement. Sorry, Frankie, you're out of there. Let's get Kerry in for Frankie.
Why do you always torture us?
Does it look like I enjoy it?
I think it does, Chris. I'm sorry, you're out of there. Let's get Ron in for Chris at this point.
Why must you ask me such insane questions?
Who died and made me Pharaoh?
I'd like to know that too.
That's a statement, Ron. I'm sorry. Go ahead, turn off your camera. Let's get in Lisa in for Ron.
Can you spare the water?
Why would I give you water? I don't give you money.
Why would you ever lay down and die?
Who said I died?
Why am I building your pyramid?
Don't you know the dead pharaoh gets buried in the pyramid?
Oh, I'm sorry, Kerry. I know you're acting dead because your video's frozen, but we're going to have you turn off your camera at this point. Let's get Robin back in for Kerry. Make sure you unmute yourself. Oh, I'm sorry. Robin.
When are you going to finish your pyramid?
Sorry, Robin. Turn off your camera. We couldn't hear the question. Let's get Frankie in, or Chris. I'm sorry. Chris, let's get Chris back in for Robin's character.
Do you think these lines look straight?
How long have your eyes gone bad?
Do you know how old I actually am?
Do you know how much I weigh?
Do you think I would actually answer that question?
Oh, I think you would try, Chris. I'm sorry, you're out of there. Let's get in Frankie for that one.
Don't you know that your weight is irrelevant?
Is that what you say to all the girls?
There are other girls.
Are you so insulting me?
I didn't understand the grammar of that one, Lisa. I'm sorry. Let's turn off your camera. Let's get Ignacio in.
That's because you don't understand my grammar.
Why won't you just let me love you?
Why don't you learn to love me the right way, baby?
I'm sorry. There's too much unity, Frankie. I'm sorry. Turn off your camera. Let's get Ron back in. Let me turn on your camera.
I can't. It tells me you won't let me.
Nelson, you're so mean.
Oh. Why did it seem like I wasn't even here anymore to you?
Ignacio took too long, Chris. Take over, Ignacio.
Don't you know that I'm just feeling inadequate?
Why do you look so dehydrated?
Do you know how many times you've asked me for water?
Why would you ask me that?
Took too long, Chris. Get out of there. Kerry, go back in for Chris.
What are the signs of dehydration?
Don't you just look in the mirror and tell yourself?
Is that a mirror over there?
Actually, I think it's a rock with a carving.
Sorry, Ron. That's a statement. Let's get Lisa in for Ron.
I can chisel your reflection, maybe.
That's not a question, Lisa. Let's get Ignacio back in.
That was a great statement.
Why am I so bad at this job?
And that's it. Ron, where are you at? Ron, turn on your camera, Ron.
What can I do for you, Nelly?
Ron, you know you effed up, right? You effed up this week, man. You know what you did.
I do.
You have no remorse?
None whatsoever.
Yeah, I didn't want to have to do this, man. We can't continue with this show if you're gonna not have any remorse for what you did, and where you did it and who you did it with. So I'm gonna have to bring up my big guns. Ignacio and Frankie, can you guys come on here for a sec?
Not Frankie.
Yeah, Frankie. The Frankie.
I'm ready. Sorry.
It's okay. You know what? We're just gonna talk about it. You know what? Ron, you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and just send you. I'm gonna send you into the waiting room. I'm scared that when you see Frankie, it's gonna be too intimidating.
It could result in fisticuffs.
Yeah, and I don't want that to happen. So we're just gonna put you in the waiting room for a little bit.
You do what you got to do, man.
Gotta do. You know what, Ignacio and Frankie? I know you're just outside the door. I need you to get a confession out of Ron, and Ron does not know what he did in true improv fashion. He's got to figure it out based on clues that you two are going to give him during this interrogation. I need to know what he did. I need him to confess where he did it, and I need him to confess who he did it with. And Angie's going to help with some of this. Angie, what did Ron do again this week?
He boiled bottled water before drinking it.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to write this stuff down. I'm just gonna have to write it down. Okay, so all right, give that to me again.
He boiled bottled water before drinking it.
Oh, you just boiled bottled water.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah, and where do you do it?
The basement of an opera house.
Beautiful. And who do you do it with?
The actor Timothy Chalamet.
Okay, how do you spell that last name?
Chalamet.
Okay, that's part of my problem.
Chalamet?
That's actually correct.
Wow, okay, I just guessed. Thank you, Ignacio. All right, so the crime was he
Public school, baby.
He boiled bottled water before drinking it. You know, he just boiled bottled water. I don't think that's good enough. And he did it in the basement of an opera house. And he did it with Timothy Chalamet. Cool. You know what? Hey, interrogators, do you think you have enough info here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and bring him back. I'm going to disappear. I'm going to let you handle business. Please hurt him if you need to, but not too soon. Okay? Not too soon because we need him for the rest of the show.
Right.
So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm going to bring Ron back and do what you got to do.
Wait a minute, where's Ron? Come on, Ron. Look at you. Look at you with your little bones there. What? A moment, we gotta talk. Come on, face us.
You guys took so long, I turned to skin and bones.
Yeah, that's cute. That's real cute.
It's funny, Ron. That's funny.
I like it. As you know, I enjoy your humor, but today we have to have a little bit of more forthcomingness from your end, Ron, because unfortunately things are getting more serious. All right, so we're gonna have to finally. We're gonna have to come clean because there's too much we've seen. There's too many cameras you don't know about out there, Ron.
You want me to confess now? You want me to confess? All right, I'll confess. I did not cook the noodles al dente at the Olive Garden with Chef Boyardee.
You know what? It would have been nice if there had been noodles.
Yeah, it would have been nice if you would have boiled noodles.
Yeah.
But that's not your style, Ron.
Like the camera explicitly saw that box sitting there unopened on the counter.
All right, you got me. I've waited weeks and still haven't opened my Amazon order. All right. I did that in the kitchen, obviously, and I did it with Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, Ron, you're hilarious, Ron. You really are like one of the best players here on the grid. Like, I just love coming every week and playing with you. I'm like a huge fan of you. Just enjoy it, Ron. But that's not what you did. That's not what you did. You You were right with the boiling. You were good with the boiling, but it wasn't pasta, and it wasn't an Amazon order that you boiled. Was it, Ron?
You gotta stop avoiding the question. All right? You gotta stop that. All right? Because what you did was way more simple. What you did was way more elegant. In fact, it was brilliant as an investigator. Okay? When I see, and I see that convection in action, all right? And then it starts moving and bubbling, and that to me is one of the most beautiful things, but it's illegal. You gotta stop doing it, all right? And besides, how is that refreshing?
All right. I overboiled the eggs. Sorry, my bad. And I tell you, I did it at the White Hen Pantry. And I did it with Gordon Ramsay.
Hey, detectives, can I come in?
Get in here, Sandwich Sal.
All right. Hey guys. I guess you want your first guess that you want some takeout. I was gonna go get some takeout pasta and eggs. So if you take out the pasta and eggs,
Oh yeah.
you want me to do
Right.
that?
Yeah.
Please, go do
So
that.
the original guess, and then take out the pasta and eggs, right?
Right. Yeah, drain that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a bit.
Okay. Ron, come on, just admit it. And we can just continue with the show.
The thing is, it was unnecessary. It was perfectly clean. There was no microbes. There was nothing.
All right. I took the spaghetti and I sprayed it with bleach to get rid of the COVID. I did it at the Wuhan lab. And I did it with Dr. Fauci.
You're hilarious.
Officers, can I come in?
Get in here, Rodriguez.
All right. I you know what? I was outside, really hot, and I was wondering, is it 212 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius? Which one is it?
212.
Is it 212?
Yeah.
212? Okay, good. Because I don't want things to steam out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Every substance has its own different point at which it happens, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Right.
this fucking bitch here will come
I
to
overboiled the water. I'm sorry.
Yeah, confess.
All right. I overboiled the water. I did it at Lake Michigan. I did it with Aquaman.
You're like the best, Ron. Like, I love you, man. Just every Saturday, just getting to play with you. And then I get to see you on Mondays. Like, that's just great.
Valdez!
Sorry, Frankie.
Stop flattering the suspect.
Right.
That clear?
Yeah.
Now you watch this, all right?
Okay.
All right, this is how you do it.
Sorry, Frankie. Sorry.
Look here, you scum bucket. You slime. You pimple on the butt cheek of life. What I have to tell... Right now, you watch that finger, all right? You think that you're so clever, but you and I both know that you would never think to have boiled that water there, all right?
Yeah.
That's my clue.
That's your clue.
All right. I overboiled the water in the chemistry lab with Professor Marsh.
Did you do that during intermission, maybe, huh? Did you do that during intermission?
You did it in the intermission, all right? But you didn't even do it, backstage, all right? You're so low. You're so base in who you are.
All right. I overboiled the water at IO Theater with Charna.
Oh, Ron.
Officers.
I drew this picture of you, Ron. It's got a heart on it.
I hope you said heart because I heard something else.
It's a heart.
Okay.
It's a heart.
Officers. Can
Come on in, detective.
Oh, hold on a second. Hold on, wait a second. I'm having problems with the door. The door's jammed.
You just got to really lean into it, Rodriguez.
Hold on. I'm holding it. All right, here we go.
You need to work out, dude.
Damn.
All right. Remember when I was asking you about the boiling water? I splashed some on my face. I went, la solo mio. And I wonder if I could take some vacation. I got to go get this fixed up.
Your voice sounds great, though, man. That's amazing. Can you hit this a little bit more?
I've been working on it.
I can
Thank
tell.
you for noticing.
I can tell.
Yeah.
So
Do you mind if I go take some time out?
Yeah. Before you head out, you go downstairs.
Oh, you know what? I'll go through the through the catacombs.
Not the attic.
Okay.
Not the attic. Go downstairs.
Okay. I'll do that.
They had a Janice in the lobby for me.
Yeah.
Okay, I overboiled the water at the theater with Shrek.
Hey, Sergeant, can I come in?
The deli.
I look at the floorboards. There's something under there. It is not rats, I think, but it's something else, though. Okay, I must go perform now.
We have so much talent in this. Oh my goodness.
That was absolutely beautiful.
I'm not sure what clue you guys are giving me, but I overboiled the water under the floorboards in the theater with the Phantom of the Opera.
Excuse me. Can I come in, please? I have to make an announcement.
Zelinsky, get in here, Zelinsky.
You guys, the fat lady, she's waiting. She's waiting to sing. She's the big one with the voice. But you guys gotta hurry up.
Don't worry just a second. Madam Fat Lady, there's a tornado coming, so go downstairs to the thing. So you'll be safe from the tornado at the workplace of the fat lady where there's the violins.
All right, you guys are very insensitive, but I overboiled the water at the opera with the lady that was weight challenged.
What's the opposite of an attic?
An addict?
No. An attic, like the attic in the attic, like upstairs.
Yeah, it's a part of the structure, right?
And I'm putting little hearts on it too, Ron.
That's hard to see, but send it to me.
Okay.
I overboiled the water in the basement at the opera.
Oh, yeah.
With Bugs Bunny.
Oh, Ron. Oh, Ron.
Do you like peaches, Ron?
No.
I don't like peaches either.
A very good thing. Because I saw this movie once. And these guys, very fond of each other.
Right.
With some peaches. All right? And then it got kind of gross after that. And I'm just glad you haven't been eating any peaches. That's who you've been hanging out with doing your crimes, isn't it?
Sure, but Ignacio?
Yeah.
I want you to see, I got a heart for you too.
Oh, Ron, you're the best.
All right, so you got one for me? Go ahead.
No, I mean, just you guys, you and hanging out with this guy just make quite the pair, man. And I think he's just using you, because he wants to look really like a pretty boy. And so he hangs around with you. He's all tough and rough and kind of, muscular there. So, yeah, I think you can do better, Ron.
It kind of has a bit of a weird connotation there. People are starting to say things about you and a certain little Twinkie dink there somewhere who ate a peach.
All right, I overboiled the water in the basement at the Opera House with Nelson.
Oh, Nelson wishes he was that good looking.
Oh, detectives, may I enter?
Yes, come on in, detective.
I didn't hear Zelinsky.
Yes, shall I get rough with him? Shall I? May I get rough with him?
You may, you shall.
You shall and you may.
Oh, thank you so much. I will go warm up now.
It's time, and you shall and you may. It's time for that.
Okay, I overboiled the water in the basement of the opera with Foghorn Leghorn.
Oh! Ron, we're never gonna finish this damn show if you don't just confess. Come on, man. And we can go do stuff later, Ron. We can hang
I don't believe
out.
you just said that to me. There goes that heart.
Sorry. Oh man.
Well,
I've been working on your beard.
hey, Ron.
What?
See, I don't know anything about this guy either. All right.
Detectives, can I come
Ty
in?
Cobb.
What?
The Georgia Peach. Ty Cobb. No? All right.
Okay, so listen up. He was in a movie,
That narrows it.
and it. Can I say a little? I'm just gonna
Can I
say
say
what I want. All right.
Yeah, come on in.
We got
Come on in
someone
here.
trying to come in.
Yeah, come on in.
Okay, guys. You know, you see those dunes over there?
Yeah.
No, that's not
They're
gonna
not here yet, but they're coming. They're coming. They shall and they may come. And I don't know. I'd feel like, a tiny Dickens character, against a real Scrooge when they shall and may come.
Everyone? Who said that, Ron? God
God
bless
bless
him.
us, everyone.
Everyone. Tuberculosis.
Okay,
And then you-
I was thinking Trump, but I know that's not right. So I overboiled the water
Yes.
in the basement of the opera house
Yes.
with Tiny Tim.
Oh. I mean, this kid's tiny, but he's not that tiny.
That's so good. That's pretty
Can I
good.
come in? I can give this a shot.
Get in here, Gonzalez.
So, the Chalamet decision that we shall make,
Yeah.
we should all say Chalamet like that, and then we should talk about that little kid, the guy with the little,
Yeah.
the little cane, that him, and then we all say that Chalamet, and
Say
we should be
Chalamet.
out of here.
You
I
say
gotta
Chalamet?
go.
Okay.
Just say Chalamet and then that other name.
Overboiled the water in the basement of the opera house with Tim Chalamet.
Oh. That's it.
You know what? I'm coming in, guys. I'm coming in. All right, Ron. You've confessed. You've confessed to everything. Am I confessing one more time for everyone?
Everything.
Everything. One more time.
Confess.
I overboiled the water in the basement of the opera house with the Donald Trump chipmunk.
Let's go back to Tim Chalamet. You got it right. You got
Tim
it right.
Chalamet.
Yeah, do you repent for your sins?
Please let me out.
Okay, well, that's scene. Some technical difficulties as we went along. Oh, finally we got Ron back in the lineup. We're gonna spice things up. Go right into our next game of. Well, let me just tell you, it's a guest. She's only been on the show one other time, and she's very judicious. Can I please just turn on your camera? Just turn on your camera. You.
How's it
Judge
going?
Lisa! You're
I'm
back.
ready. I'm ready.
You're ready. Last time you were here, Ruth Bader Ginsburg was still alive.
Yes, she was. She's an idol of mine,
Yeah, we had a whole bunch of Capitol riots happen. I appreciate you taking time off the court for you to be here to help us kind of debate some things. Let me get all my players to turn on their cameras. We all want to debate. We all have our own opinions about things, and we need your guidance to make sure so we know who's right and who's wrong. Angie, what was it the thing that we were talking about backstage?
The strong opinion?
Yeah, that's the one.
Mm-hmm. It's that crazy people only seem to exist in America.
Crazy people only exist in America.
They only exist?
Yes, that's what was said.
All right. Well, let's get this going. Who would like to go first? All right, Ignacio, let me hear it.
So crazy people only exist in America. I totally agree with that. I live on the border, so I get to be very close to Mexico and America. And I, basically just on one side of the street, it's Mexico. Other side of the street, it's America.
Wait. You have to tell me why you want to object.
Oh, that's right. No, I don't object. I agree with that. I agree that crazy people can only be found in America.
And you live right in the middle of the line where Mexico, so you can walk either way.
Yeah.
There's no crazies in Mexico.
None.
Wow.
They're here.
They're all here.
In America.
In America. And nobody has an objection for this.
But I object.
All right, let me hear Chris first and then Ron. Chris, tell me your objection and I'll let you know.
I object because, first of all, Ignacio does not live right on the line. I mean, he lives several miles to the north.
Okay, first of all, I'm not sure you know that. Secondly, Ron, let me hear your objection.
I object because we once had a transfer student, whatever you call them, and they were from Mexico, and they was crazy as hell. They were poco loco.
I do remember her. She was a little wackadoo. So, Ignacio, you're wrong. Christopher, I think you got to show me the map before I'm going to let you in. And Ron, go ahead.
All right. So crazy people are not limited to America. Have you ever watched Fox News? All right. All kind of crazies from everywhere in the world on that station. And another thing, I think Ignacio is a little bit crazy, and I think he lives on the other side of the border. I think you need to check him. So crazy people are not just in America. They are all over the world, across whatever border.
Objection.
Robin, can I hear your objection, please?
New York City. Come on. That's the home of the crazy people, and it is in America.
Okay, Robin, I'm going to agree with you, although I've never been there. But he's stating that they're crazy everywhere. You're saying only New York?
Oh, only in America because only in New York. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I object to that.
All right, let me, Ignacio, what is your objection
so
to
she says that New York is the home of crazy people? No. New York is home of the best pizza in the world.
Okay. Whoa, Nelson, what is your objection?
My objection is everybody knows that Pequod's Pizza is the best pizza in the world.
Nelson, we all know that Pequod's may be good, but please, it takes 5 hours to get a pizza.
True.
Oh, okay. So let's hear something else because Pequod's is not getting my approval.
I will venture to say that Giordano's is still better than New York style pizza.
Okay, I'll give you that one. Go ahead, Kerry. What is your objection?
Okay, I object that there aren't crazy people elsewhere in the world because I've been to Scotland twice. Actually, three times.
So your objection is that Scotland has crazy people too?
Exactly.
Pizza.
Okay. Ignacio, if you have something to say, you have to raise your hand, sir.
Okay.
So go on, Kerry. You still have the floor.
Okay. So in Scotland, the people are crazy and they're just so wonderful because they're crazy. That whole Braveheart showing your butt thing and drinking all the time and living on streets.
Ron, what is your objection?
If she's been to Scotland that many times, she should have a Scottish accent.
Oh, Kerry, could you please continue in a Scottish accent? That would please me.
Oh, hi. Certainly I can. Talk in a Scottish accent because I've been there a couple of times to the World's End pub.
Objection.
Robin, what is your objection?
That is an Irish accent if I've ever heard one.
Oh, I think you're right because Kerry is blushing. Robin, continue.
And of course, Kerry, listen to the name Kerry. She should have a perfect Scottish accent.
Frankie, what is your objection?
Robin should do the Scottish accent now, and we should all do Scottish accent now.
Okay, first of all, you're not in control. I am. But Robin, I would like to hear your Scottish accent.
Okay, here we go. Well, I say that Kerry ought to be talking in a goddamn Scottish accent. And
I had to let her finish. That was awesome, Robin, but I'm not sure it's Scottish. Ron, then Ignacio, then Kerry, then Christopher. Go, Ron.
I'm objecting because everybody knows that was Foghorn Leghorn, and she stole that from the previous game.
But I had to let her finish because it was good.
I got it.
Ignacio, what is your objection?
Oh, I thought that was accurate. It's like Southside Scottish, maybe? Like, I really enjoyed it.
Have you been there?
It's the Southside Scottish? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna not believe you. Go ahead, Kerry.
I was also going to say that was Foghorn Leghorn.
Good girl. And Christopher, you have my last objection for this round?
I don't object to Foghorn Leghorn, but he is not Scottish. He is Russian. Everyone knows that.
He is what now?
Russian.
Whoa. I think you're getting a little too judgy there, Christopher. Nelson, is that allowed? Is he allowed to be that judgy?
Only if he speaks in a Russian accent.
All right, then, let me hear it.
Southern Russia, please.
Oh, Southern Russia. But Robin, still, you're not in charge. It's my game.
Foghorn Leghorn was spy for KGB. He just makes yokel-nokel voice because he throws the Americans off. Yeah.
I object.
Whoa. Okay, Ron had his hand up first, and then Ignacio. Go, Ron.
I object. If he's going to do that Russian accent, he's got to do that Russian Cossack dance at the same time.
Ooh, can you do that, Chris?
Yes, he makes dance with the green screen.
Objection.
Very good. Robin, I have one more before you, Ignacio. Go.
So Chris said that Foghorn Leghorn is Yoko Ono. No, he's not. Yoko Ono broke up the Beatles, man. Foghorn Leghorn is not Yoko Ono.
I object.
Okay, Ignacio, you're getting a little off. Oh, where you been drinking? Go ahead, Robin, and then Chris.
I object because Ignacio just proved that all of the crazy people live where he is.
And that's time. Thank you very much, but Ignacio is insane.
You never know what's going to happen here on the grid. That was incredible. Thank you, Judge Lisa, for adjudicating where the crazy people live. And apparently they're all with Ignacio at this point. We all knew that. That's why we love having him here week after week for your entertainment. If you're enjoying what we're doing, improductionsllc.com/donate. With that said, I'd like to bring Ignacio, Frankie, and Lisa up on the screen. You know what? Have everybody turn on their cameras at this point. Everybody just right. You know what? We're a bilingual group. We're bilingual here. All of us speak Spanish and English perfectly here in this crew. I'm really looking at you, Robin.
Man.
You know what? We decided we want to branch out a little bit more, and we want to give our Spanish-speaking audience a bit more flavor. And not everybody speaks Spanish who watches us, so we're going to have a crew translate the Spanish scene into English. So for the Spanish scene, you know what? Frankie, Ignacio, you know what? Lisa, we'll have Lisa and myself. We're going to do a Spanish scene, and then the other players, which are Chris, Robin, Ron, and Kerry, are going to do the translation of the same exact scene, so that way everybody knows what's going on, and we have reached out in our diversity. With that said, let me have my English speakers turn off their cameras now. You know what? Lisa, why don't you and I be walk-ons for this?
All right.
And Angie, what is the suggestion we're getting for this scene here?
It is a dark reason to celebrate.
Ooh, we love those.
Mm-hmm. It is Nelson finally went on vacation, so everyone can just improvise however they want to.
Wow. That is a dark reason to celebrate if I've ever heard one. Well, actores, listos.
Sí. Frankie. Mira.
¿Qué?
Es que yo quiero improvisar así en blanco y negro, porque se mira más clásico, más como Turner TV Classics. ¿Me entiendes?
Me gusta.
Me encanta. Y este pinche Nelson, siempre con su color, siempre con sus pinches filters.
Sí, esos filters y todo, y yo no sé. ¡Ay! ¡Ay! ¡Ay, Dios mío! Y ahora mírame, ahora. ¡Ay!
¿Y así que te dejó a ti encargado?
No, él no me dejó encargado.
Él dijo en su email, attention everyone, Frankie's in charge. Pues tú estás encargado.
¿Qué? No me tiro hasta.
Ajá. Lo que dijo Lisa.
Eso voy a estar. ¿Frankie?
Es lo que digo yo.
No. Adiós.
No empieces, Lisa, no empieces.
¿Estás loca? Completamente enloquecida. Bueno, Ignacio, si él dijo que Frankie's in charge, ¡para!
¿Ok?
¡Brinca 2 veces! ¡Cántame una canción!
Y yo sigo siendo el rey.
¡Para! Mándame un beso.
¡Mua!
Francisco, Ignacio, ¿qué están haciendo?
Oh shit. Llegó Nelson.
Mira, yo fui a mi vacación.
Estamos
Yo
ensayando.
fui para mi vacación y ustedes, ¿qué están haciendo?
No, nada más estamos practicando, Nelson.
Practicando
Sí,
porque.
estamos solo
Ok, ahora tú prendes los colores.
Vámonos, estamos ensayando. Por favor, Mr. Nelson.
Mira, yo no quería hacer esto, pero lo voy a hacer. Te voy a chingar los dos. Tengo que hacerlo.
Fue idea de Frankie. Frankie me dijo que lo hiciera. Que él estaba encargado.
¡Ay, carajo! ¡Ay!
Bastante a Nelson.
Gracias.
¡Coño! ¡And that's it! Oh! That was a powerful scene in Spanish. I called scene too early. You know what? We need to see that same exact scene done by our English speakers. So let me get Chris, Robin, Ron, and Kerry up on the screen. You all know who you're playing for, right? You all know who you're playing for? Yeah? Cool. All right. You're going to do the same exact scene we did in Spanish, but do it in English now. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
All right. Here we go. Begin.
Hey, guess what?
Yeah, what's up?
All the colors drained out of my face because I have COVID. It's all black and white now.
You couldn't get COVID. You're like an angel, like you have a halo over your head or something.
So that's you with the halo. I watch Turner Classic Movies, and that's what I found out.
Oh. You know, I personally couldn't bear to have COVID. Rrr, rrr, rrr.
Yeah, you know, that Nelson picked you to be in charge.
In charge.
Was that nose? That cute little nose.
Oh, I certainly enjoy being in charge.
No, you can't let Frankie be in charge. You cannot. No. You can get COVID all you want, but we can't. No, not.
Well, Nelson gave me COVID. He gave me the COVID, the Rona. It's over now. We're not going to have any more flavor, scent, or color in this world without Nelson.
Goodbye. Good luck.
I mean, that sounds really crazy. I don't. Nelson doesn't have that kind of power.
Frankie.
He just lords it over us.
Frankie, he is the Lord. Haven't you noticed that? Come on, Frankie. You're in charge now. You got to take over. You got to act like Nelson.
Well, then I think we must dance.
Okay, I'm here. What do we do?
Bop. 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 We all bop.
Hey, this is not practical. I leave you two morons alone for one momento. and you screw everything up.
It was him, Nelson. I tried to tell him.
No, I'm not. No, they put me in charge. I didn't do it.
Where was clear? CLEAR, clear. How many times have I hammered that home with you guys?
He said he didn't want to work with you anymore.
Oh!
You weren't supposed to tell him that. All right, now you have to go.
Oh my God, this is horrible.
I would do improv.
Driving around my American town down the road from Abilene. Pull into Texaco.
I think that was pretty accurate, don't you? I think that was absolutely accurate as to how those scenes went down. That's how good we are. If you enjoy how good we are, go to inproductionslc.com/donate. Drop a $5 in there. It will be massively appreciated. With that said, you know what? It's time to get intimate. Let me have my whole cast turn on their cameras. We're going to find out what it's like to have sex with us or with me individually. Yeah, we're going to use, what are we going to use for a category here, Angie?
Objects.
Objects, always objects. Who has to deal with sex? That's the way we play. Yeah, we're going to do some jokes and we'll see how these go. Angie, what are we going with for our first object?
The Large Hadron Collider.
The Large Hadron Collider. Sex with me is like with sex with a Large Hadron Collider.
Ron, sex with me is like a Large Hadron Collider. Nobody knows what the hell that is.
Chris, sex with me is like sex with a Hadron Collider because there's going to be a big bang.
Oh!
Sex with me is like sex with a Hadron Collider. The particles are little, but they go hard.
Oh! Kerry, then Robin.
Sex with me is like the Hadron Collider. Cataclysmic.
Hey, yeah.
Sex with me is like sex with the Hadron Collider. It takes place all over the world.
Oh!
Ignacio, sex with me is like sex with the Hadron Collider. You're going to need to wash your hands beforehand.
Ooh, Nelson. Sex with me is like sex with a Hadron Collider. Well, you know, someone's going to get their Higgs boson.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was clever.
Let's go, Angie. Let's get a new suggestion, please.
A sewing machine.
Sex with me is like sex with a sewing machine.
Ron, sex with me is like a sewing machine because when we're done, you will be singer.
Yeah.
Oh, Lisa, sex with me is like a sex with a sewing machine. Someone's getting stitched.
Oh.
Sex with me is like sex with a sewing machine. Great for patching things up.
Nice.
Sex with me is like sex with a sewing machine because there's a lot of bobbing and weaving.
Ignacio, sex with me is like sex with a sewing machine. Your grandma loved it.
Kerry.
Sex with me is like a sewing machine. I got a lot of surges.
Robin, sex with me is like sex with a sewing machine. That little needle just goes up and down.
Hey, Nelson. Sex with me is like sex with a sewing machine. You always fall into a pattern.
Lisa, sex with me is like sex with a sewing machine. If you don't know what you're doing, there's bound to be knots.
Sex with me is like a sewing machine. Sometimes you just gotta put your foot down.
Sex with me is
Chris and Frankie. Chris and Frankie are both in the burn box, everybody. They've got to each come up with a joke immediately, one after the other. Let's see if that works better. So, Angie, what is the suggestion we're going to get for that?
Candy jar.
Candy jar. Sex with me like sex with a candy jar. Go Chris and Frankie.
Sex with me is like sex with a candy jar because everything's a little sticky after.
sex with me is like sex with the candy jar. You won't be able to get your hand out.
Oh.
Lisa, sex with me is like sex with a candy jar. You can't have just one.
Robin, sex with me is like sex with a candy jar. Everyone has their hand in there.
Oh, Ron, sex with me is like your grandmother's candy jar. You know you're only going to get a Werther's.
Oh man,
Kerry.
Chris.
Sex with me is like a candy jar. Sometimes there's Snickers.
Oh man, sex with me is like sex with a candy jar. You're never gonna guess how much is in there.
Oh, these are too good. Let's get another suggestion, Angie.
Hammer.
Sex with me is like sex with a hammer.
Ron, sex with me is like having sex with a hammer. When you're done, you're going to be Thor.
Oh, Thor.
Just got it. Nelson, sex with me is like sex with a hammer. You never know if you're going to use the ball or peen.
Oh.
Robin,
Good.
sex with me is like sex with a hammer. It's just got a little head.
Lisa, sex with me is like sex with the hammer. There's a claw involved.
Oh.
Kerry, sex with me is like a hammer. You'd better not mouth it in.
Oh.
Ron, sex with me is like sex with a hammer. It's hardware.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris. Sex with me is like sex with a hammer. You got to get a good grip.
Oh.
Ignacio.
Lisa, go ahead, Ignacio.
Sex with me is like sex with a hammer. It gets the job done.
Oh. Sex with me is like sex with a hammer. Someone's getting nailed.
Yeah.
It's like sex with a hammer. At the end, you'll be covered in sledge.
Oh.
Kerry,
Chris. Oh,
sex with me is like a hammer. I appreciate a craftsman.
Oh, nice. Chris.
sex with me is like sex with Captain Hammer. The hammer is my.
And we're going to end it there. We're going to end it there. Haven't we beat up on this joke? They've all been Peter's jokes. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, we have enjoyed doing this show for you this evening. We are the cast of the grid. Before we do a roll call at the end, we're going to go to our two guests, Chris and Robin. Chris, you are with the Stuntman in Chicago. You're a writer. You're a producer. You do all kinds of stuff. Is there anything that you want to tell the audiences about?
We're still figuring out COVID-wise, but we've got a whole video show that we filmed at the Newport Theater, and we're finishing up editing it. We're gonna figure out the best way to release it, and then I'm working on some comedy songs independently.
Oh, cool. Is there anywhere that people can follow you?
The Stuntman will have a website soon. It's the Stuntman Chicago on Twitter and Instagram.
All right, cool. Hey, check that out. Go head over to Robin. Robin, what's going on with you?
Hey, thanks so much. And I am in Tucson, and I'm with Unscrewed Theater here in Tucson. We still have online shows tonight in a little bit, about a half an hour. We will be doing a live stream show from the stage August 6th and 7th. Begin our first weekend in the theater with a full house. So if you're in Tucson, come and see us. If you're not in Tucson, we will be live streaming it.
Excellent.
Nice.
And where can people find
Unscrewedtheater.org. Sorry.
Beautiful. No, that's great. Go to unscrewedtheater.org. Check out the Stuntman Chicago on Twitter and on Instagram. They'll have a website up and running soon. And of course, swing by InProductionsLLC.com. We do have live show dates at the beach. We also have a show called The Dynamic Duos, which will be on the 20th of August, where we're going to be featuring some duos from Northwest Indiana doing what they do best, which is improvised comedy. With that said, we have been the cast of The Grid this evening, but individually tonight we are...
Ignacio. Sorry, Angie.
God bless. Angie, why don't you start us off?
Angie.
Ignacio.
Robin.
Lisa.
Kerry.
Ron.
Chris.
Frankie.
And I'm Nelson. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good night. We'll see you next week on The Grid.